Okay, you ladies are live. Now your mute. Your mic is still muted. Your mic is still muted.
Hi, this is Nye, and welcome to 4eNRGy.com, where we bring you nothing but positive love and energy. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I almost got ahead of myself.
And this is Bree Massey, co-hosting with my girl Nye. How is your Sunday?
I'm making it, girl. I'm making it. Of course, today is Cypher Sunday. I got me some little, they joints, but they feel, small. Yeah, I know I'm kind of coming out of it, pulling myself together a little bit. So, tonight, we definitely want to give a shout out to our sponsors, BU Hosting, as well as Urban Country Films. And you guys should check out some of our sister and brother companies that also do that also have their talk shows. If you're looking into performing your own podcast or you're interested in how to get started, please look at the phone number across the screen, the 954 number. All right. So tonight, what I'm it's my first time having Snoop Dogg's wine. And baby,
snap. Oh my God. Let me see that.
Girl, it hit a spot. It hit a spot. Yes, it did.
Wow. You know what? Yeah. I don't care what nobody say about Snoop. He is sexy as fuck, okay? He is, for real. Like, from day one, I was like, who the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying?
You know what they say about them skinny niggas? They be holding them anacondas, girl. So, of course, he fine.
Wow, I have it coiled up like a water hose. You don't realize it till it fill up. You know what I'm saying? Wow.
Anyway, I mean, you got Chris Brown. He another one.
Wait, hold up. How you know about Chris Brown? There was some pictures shared that I didn't get privy to. No.
Chris Brown and Lil Wayne been out there. Chris Brown and Lil Wayne and Tyga. And Tyga, yes, girl. And
his name feel nice on my tongue, like Tyga. You know what I'm saying? Sexy and erotic, you know?
Okay, Tyga, why don't you come meet this jaguar? This cougar. This cougar.
I got you, baby. I got you. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know about you, but I decided to have lunch or brunch today with a beautiful collection of women at this restaurant in Delray Beach. Mm-hmm. On the inlet. It was the first time I've been there, and it was just so beautiful. And remember, I had told you that I was in an organization, or I had these gratitude trainings some time ago, and I was telling you that it was something that you might want to look into. Well, they were the graduates. They had graduated with me through this journey, and it was just so amazing. It's been 2 years since we graduated, but it was so amazing how much we've grown and prospered since graduating, and making ourselves accountable for the things that we say that we want to create in this world. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we started lunch or brunch at 11. We didn't leave there till like 2:30. So I had to be having a good time.
Girl, yes, that's good. Sisterhood. And was there like men there or just women?
just women, just
Yeah,
all.
I bet that was very powerful to see a lot of women there for a positive reason, taking it back to your own lifestyle, passing around something positive that you all learned and experienced together that only you all, may some of the things that you all may have shared, only each of you know because it's so hard to share it with other people in our everyday lives. So
I mean, but the
mm,
the the reason why we're able to share these things is because we experienced gratitude training. Gratitude training allowed us to be in a safe space where we could be ourselves and say and speak our truth, and it's you don't get that opportunity to really speak your truth a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of times, you depending on your relationship with your husband or your wife, your girlfriend or your boyfriend, being able to say how you really feel, that's like rare. That's rare.
I agree because especially when you're the person that seems to always have to be the strong one. Everyone seems to think you're always so strong. And it's like, okay, so if I'm always the strong one, where do I go to lean? So it's a balance that has to be taken care of. And that would be a very good opportunity. With it being the holidays and everyone, doing their holidays differently, of course, this year, more online shopping, more online shopping, less interaction with family again, as we move into another round of Covember, I guess that's what you can call it.
Coven.
Um, Covember, yes, the new months these days. It's the month after November, in between December. So,
Wow.
but it's I was when I did a video earlier this week for 4eNRGy.com. I don't know if you had a chance to check it out, and it was just based on respect. And it was just what I'm thinking about is just another example of like when I was of a moment of gratitude. Um, I was working at this job, and on my lunch break, I saw this lady. She was just walking, and because I know Palm Beach County, I could tell this lady don't belong in this area by the way she's dressed. Like, no, ma'am. She looked like church Sunday, and this is, you know, not that neighborhood for that. So something in my spirit went to razzling and dazzling me. So,
Spider sense tingling.
yeah. So my spider senses went off, and when I passed by the first time, I went to my destination, and when I came back, I still went forward to, I was headed back to my job, but then I stopped to ask her. I said, "Are you okay?" She don't speak no English. She don't speak no English. Girl, next thing you know, my little hour lunch break turned into a whole like 4 hour journey with this lady.
Wow.
Like, can you say throw the whole job away?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but what ended up happening, why I'm bringing the situation up is, if anybody knows, she was in, I want to say, like close to Delray Beach, like
Mhm.
past Boca, walking. And what I learned in that 4 hour journey is that she came from Broward,
What?
but
Walking?
she was lost.
Wow.
And she just kept walking, thinking that she would eventually see something familiar. And the only thing she could remember was this particular meat market near her home. And I mean, like what happened is like even though I kept running into people who speak her language, even they wasn't sure what she was saying. So I couldn't, we still wasn't getting anywhere successful with it. And just so happened, as God would have it, I promise you, as God would have it, like I had came to my wits end. Like I was just I was crying and frustrated because I didn't know what to do with this lady. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, do I take her to a police station? And I was gonna I just was gonna buy her something to eat. We had just bought her something to eat. And the change from her meal, I was putting that in her pocket and I was gonna take her to the train station. I didn't know what else to do with her. Lo and behold, on our way out, she said she started speaking in her language again because it's Creole, but it's like deep in the woods, a little village by themselves, Creole. So it's like a language within a language, like how English have Ebonics. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? This is like a Ebonics Creole. And lo and behold, the next customer that walked in, he's a basketball coach who's from this same place where she's from. And understood her word for word what she was saying.
Look at God. Look at God.
I was like, oh my God. And me and that man, we were, because like he felt my act of kindness, was so special to him because nobody, I had to explain it, of course, to my boss and stuff about what happened because, like, okay, you left for lunch and what happened? And he did vouch for me about the situation, and his letter of recommendation about the situation was very necessary, obviously. So when my daughter got christened, he ended up coming to her christening. He did.
Really?
Yeah, he did come to show his support. I was so happy about that. But I don't always talk about the bad things in life. There are some really great people in this world. I show kindness because again, I like to be the change I want to see in the world. And she was an older lady. I'm looking at the situation like she don't, what I'm saying? She looked it out of place.
Right.
And nobody apparently was helping her to have walked from so far on foot, thinking that your exit is a few minutes up this way and you steady going this way. And baby, you done passed it 18 miles back.
Right.
Yes, I said over 18 miles back. She passed her whole county.
Wow.
So it was a wonderful moment to get her reconnected to where she belonged. And I'm very grateful that I could have, helped her because, like I said, my spider senses went off when I first passed by her when I was headed to my destination. Once I accomplished my goals and I saw her still in her situation, it's like, I didn't expect it to take 4 hours, but hey, sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? That could have been my mom, that could have been my grandma, that could have been my aunt, that could have been anybody I know.
Right. Right. Well, guys, I want to let you know that if you're just tuning in, it is Cipher Sundays. And if I mispronounced it, I'm so sorry. Please get over that. But it is Cipher Sundays, and we pretty much talk about anything, no particular topic, but I definitely want you guys to chime in if you have any questions for me or you have any questions for Nye. If you want to be my next baby daddy, that is okay. I will take your application and follow up with you later. Wink, wink. Um, I'm just playing, but I'm not. Any questions, any feelings of uh, concern that you want to share with us, there's a number that you guys can call. It's the 954 number. Please feel free to call that number. Someone will answer. You know, um, Post your comments, questions. We need you. We need you. So to keep us balanced, to keep us, I don't know, just keep us grounded. Would that be a good assumption? Would that be good to say, like grounded?
What do you grind? You mean grinding? I
No,
heard you said cipher right. I'm so proud of you.
grounded. I said it. Yeah.
You said it right. Yeah,
Eh.
you did it. I'm so
Yes,
proud of
yes. I want to thank all the people that made this possible. Yes.
But I want to ask you, Bree, have you ever experienced a situation like that where you just seem to have been in the right place at the right time to bless somebody freely and didn't expect, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, there it was.
Um, to be honest with you, I don't really, right now, I don't have a story that comes to mind that I can think of. Um, I'm always, stopping to help people, but I think I've kind of refrained from that as much because, there's a fear of, you can't be rolling up on people, like you used to. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be rolling up on body. How can I help you? Bitch, what you doing? Click, click. You know, I don't know you. You don't know me. You trying to rob me? Karate chop, you know,
Like I
whatever.
said, it was my daughter is 10 and the guy came and my daughter got christened around like 1 before she was 1. So you can see how long ago that was. That was some years ago. You're right. Definitely. You cannot be doing that these days. And that's the sad thing about it. And COVID probably makes it 10 times worse, So shout out to all the hitchhikers. I know your business just crumbled right now. A lap lizard is she's really a prostitute, but she always ain't got she always going wherever the trucker is going. She hang around truck stops, asking where you going, you want some company. She ain't got, that's how she used sex for someone to stay in a truck. She a
Oh
lap.
wow. Damn. You is educating me, girl. You know what? I feel like when we talk about people that we encounter, like I see a lot of people on the side of the highway, like when you're getting off on an exit and they have a sign, please help me, you know, we'll work for food, whatever. And it's like things have gotten so treacherous. It's like before I would tell my children, okay, get that dollar out of my console so I can give this guy to help, you know. And now I feel like everybody roll up your windows and act like you don't see this person standing on the side of the road because it's like it's dangerous as hell with you don't know how this person's going to react. Like, bitch, you just gave me $1. That's it. Or
They real slick now. They be wanting more and more and more.
you run up on somebody that you know he tested positive for COVID, and you like and you go take your test because you coughing and you ain't feeling good. They be like, oh, you're positive. You're like, how the hell I get this shit? You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't know. It's like everybody walking in a glass box. It's only only certain amount of space that I'm gonna allow to, get close to somebody, which is fucked up because um I'm single. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no eggplants. readily available. You feel me?
Hey, sometimes you got to borrow one. You got to borrow one.
I mean, maybe I need to pay for one. I don't know. It's like a catch-22, out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody got their little man, and then when you talk to them about, they quarantine with their mate, and it's like, girl, I know you getting it in, right? It's like, girl, no, child, please, and it's like, why would you do that? Like us being single women, I do not. I mean, we Virgos. I'm a Virgo to my heart. Virgos have, I could be 100 and I'm still gonna want it. You know what I'm saying? Virgos have high nature. You know, yeah, I'm older. That don't mean shit. We like to get it in. It's no freaking way that my man is laying next to me in the bed and I'm not, is that not mine? Like, because marriage is like ownership. When we sign that paper, this is my fucking property. This is my fucking property. And I think that I should get my fucking property the way that I should, I should be able to do with my property as I fucking want to. You feel me?
Well, okay, now it's two things I want to bring up. You had two topics that I had want to get on. I'm gonna start with this one. Maybe that's why I'm not married, because I have to first experience. Like, I'm one of them type of people that wears a dress to a gathering with the tag in it, so that once it's over,
that bitch back later.
Once it's over, if I mean, like, this is my last $100 and something for a dress. So I'm gonna keep the tag in it because I need it for this event. But when I get home, I'm gonna hang it on my wall, and I know I still got my receipt, so I got about 30 days to take it back. Okay, so once you give me a piece of that, I'm gonna hang it up on the wall. I'm gonna let you do you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see how we handle this for the next 30 days. And if I have to give you back your receipt, here's your eggplant, here's my receipt. I need my refund. I need a refund. I need a full refund. Thank you. Okay? Because this is what we're not doing. Now, the other thing I want to bring up, it's funny you was talking about, not funny you was talking about homeless people, but what happened is, I was looking it up when you said it reminded me of something, and I had to go back to it. So back in 2018, I don't know if you can see this, but back in 2018, he has this picture up that says, "Family kidnapped by ninjas, need help with karate lessons." Okay, that's what this sign says. Family kidnapped by ninjas, need help with karate lessons. This picture, like I said, was taken back in 2018 because, like, it blew my mind. Like, every time they come up with a new sign around here, I have to, like, and for the effort, I'm gonna give you that dollar because your creativity be right there. I gotta give you, you know what I'm saying? You put that extra effort in to do what you did. But this is where the shit went crazy for me. Okay, that was back in 2018, baby. I just went up that same street 3 days ago. Why this same man still up there with this same damn sign in 2020? I said, baby, it's coronavirus. Like, how we gonna do this? You ain't got cash out. Can I cash out? Zelle? You got some Zelle?
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know. He done gained some weight, so he getting money now. He put it's working for I knew it was him because I had to go back through my phone. You know me, I'm stupid. I be hitting blocks. When you blow my high, boy, I got to figure this out. This like some old Scooby-Doo ass shit to me. Like
Oh
you know,
my God.
I get on a mission, baby, and I pulled over to the nearest gas station, and I went back through my phone, and I said, "Damn, this is the same damn block." I'm talking about. So I'm looking at my phone in the picture, and I said, "Damn, this is." I said, "It can't be him." I went back. I'm talking about, in the light turned red. Look at God again. I'm at the light, like, yes, sir, this is him. 35 pounds later. I say he eating pretty good though, but we need to figure out why you putting groceries over your family karate lessons, sir. This is not what
Oh my God.
you can't lift a leg the way that gut hanging over you.
You just can't do it.
You can't lift a leg, bro. So
Wow.
I don't know. But that's how it is in my hood. They do stuff like that. I think that's the other one I had with the chicken. The man said he had somebody that sounds good for some chicken and stuff like that. How these people have some of the craziest times I've ever seen in my life. It'd be too funny.
Being homeless is funny because it's definitely not.
Hmm?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No, your volume went out.
I wanted to say that I don't want people to feel like, I'm laughing at people that are homeless because, if anybody know anything about me or really, really, truly know me, that me and my family were homeless for about 6 months. Me and them little kids was homeless. And I'm not talking about sleeping in my car homeless. We ended up finding a shelter. I was in another state. So it was a very scary kind of situation. But, through the grace of God, we got through it. And we didn't realize it then, but I didn't realize it then, but God was preparing me, or teaching me, because everything that you experience in life is a lesson, not somewhat of a curse. And I hate when people, make it seem like if they went through something bad in their lives, you know, it was just totally bad and they never want to experience it again. Everything that you experience in life is for the good because it's a lesson to be learned from what you're experiencing, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I
So
mean,
I definitely don't want anyone that's listening to feel like, oh, I'm clowning homeless people. Definitely not. I have had to panhandle, but um it was in well, not even California. It was in Texas that I panhandled, and the people's reaction to me panhandling was like crazy. I was young and I was with a family, and we were having problems with the vehicle that we were driving, and you know it was collectively we were like, how we're gonna get money, and it was like we're gonna ask people for money, and so that's what we did, you know but some of the facial expressions or how people make me feel when I panhandle, just made me feel just really ashamed, and I don't know how people stand, on the side of the road and experience that and still have your dignity or your self-worth, you know? It to me it just kind of diminished who I was.
Yeah.
I don't am I making sense?
I understand. I myself have been in a situation. I was a sleeping in my car, sleeping in a storage unit, homeless before. It was definitely not my experience to do so. Um, the good thing is I had people who would keep my kid, but there was just too much conflict as an adult between as me and another adult. So it was just best that, okay, let me figure this out. Just let my baby stay here. But I can't do this, you know. I didn't panhandle. I'm sorry. That's not what I did. I did go to the shelters for, the baths and the food and resources and stuff like that. The point is we struggled and we strived and we moved, we prayed and we wanted and we manifested more out of a down situation. It proved our strength, it proved our weakness, and it proved definitely when you have humility among for God's sake, you are always going to be blessed. So you have to take it with the same pride that you have when you have it all, and it's gonna and you that's just how it is. And I'm thankful for those bad situations because
Yeah.
it, again, like we are saying, it shows me what resources I have. So again, if I have someone that I know was in that situation, just like the people who gave me the resources to get me out of mine, I could pass those resources on to somebody else in that situation.
Right.
So we're not talking about that. However, let's be honest, we live here in Florida where we see different types of panhandling situations. It's like we see the panhandlers that straight make this their job. That's what I'm talking about. These are people who are like panhandling for drug uses, people who just do this for and like this is their 9 to 5. This is what they do every day because they don't want more than that. And I'm sorry if again 2018 to 2020, man, they just sent out a $12,000 stimulus check. You can't be and I saw him after the stimulus check. So come on now. That's what I'm saying. I'm not judging, I'm not assuming, but let's be honest. Since
Yeah.
if you've been at this
And a
same
lot of
corner,
times,
if,
I'm giving to you because I want you to buy yourself something to eat, so you can have energy for your body, you know. But you're right. A lot of times those people that are panhandling, they're putting all this energy into panhandling, to support their habits, and that, trust and believe I'm giving it to them so that, I'm gonna give to them, and whatever decision that you make, hey, I can't make you make the right decision with the money that I'm providing you with, you
if the
know?
spirit moved me to give in that moment, I will give. But
Yeah,
if the spirit don't move me to give, and then just like you said, some of them, the spirit will move you to give, and they be so rude and oh, like okay, cause you looking in my car, you see me going through my money, bitch. You don't know I'm ahead to go pay a bill. You lucky you getting this $1-2 out my bill money.
yeah. Like I owe you. I don't owe you anything. You're gonna try to intimidate me to give you more. I'm giving you what I can give you. You know what I'm saying?
They're
So I
church
mean, it's
girl.
like a catch 22, and it being being the holidays, and then we're experiencing COVID. I always feel really torn with what is best. What is
In the
best
family. Yeah.
But I have to be concerned about myself. This is a time that I need to be. Um, I don't want to put myself in a dangerous situation. You know, trying to
That.
help somebody else out. You feel me?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is
Period.
where I am when it comes down to trying. I make decisions on how that I'm best going to help someone. And somebody panhandling is not conducive to my safety. um so I make the decision not to do it you know
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had too many weird situations. Okay, there was this another situation where the young lady, she's like 8 months pregnant out there panhandling. Bitch, girl, if you want to, I'll give you a ride to the WIC office. You ready to go? You can
wow.
get some food stamps right now.
Yeah.
I said, where's the police at? You out here got this. But I said, girl, this is Florida heat in that sweater. We see you pregnant.
Yeah.
Girl, she felt so shy. She just put her little photo, her little sign up, walk across the street, and sure enough, she got her little base of boyfriend over there in the bushes. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, she don't, girl, yeah, you really need to come get in this car. You like, you need some help. you know,
Wow.
if they again, if they're not demanding this and stuff like that, and there's resources for veterans. I know that about fallen soldiers who have been in some horrible situations, probably got discharged. What they call it, when your discharge is not a good one, and you're not eligible for like benefits.
Dishonorable.
This
Dishonorable discharge.
Yeah, dishonorable discharge. So I can understand, those situations can really be sad because you've already fought for your country, and then you're just another human being that got caught up in a sad situation, and you're thrown out to the streets. And it's like you didn't just go to war and do all this. Oh gosh, that I have talked to some veterans that have been just caught up in some blackball situations, situations that were their fault, misunderstandings that just required them to retire without certain benefits that they just can't live off of, stuff like that. So, there's everybody's story is different. You never know unless you ask. I will admit it. You will never know unless you ask. So I'm not no uppity person. I've always, again, when you've been in those situations, you can't tell me you don't try to get to know somebody next to you. Not everybody, you're with these people now. Like we just admitted, we've been in those situations. We're with these people now. So you cannot just ignore their stories because you are now one of those stories.
Yeah. We got a
So,
message in the chat from Shelly, and she says, I've learned so much in my time here on Earth. And as you said, Bree, everything is a lesson. So,
mhm.
so, so true. Everything is a lesson. Hi, Shelly. Mwah. Um,
Yes.
I don't know. I never, the shelter that I stayed in, that I lived in, was in Valdosta, Georgia. I don't know if I told you that, but it was very accommodating. And the horror stories that I've heard from, I heard from this young girl that lived in a shelter in Florida. They only gave her like 3 weeks. 3 weeks and a lot of time to get your shit together. You feel me? It's like, how do we do better? How do we do better at helping people transition? Like, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but I, it is my vision to own and operate a shelter for women and children. And, in my mind, I have this whole blueprint of how I want this shelter to accommodate these women and give them opportunities to learn and grow so they could be better parents, and also to um, get involved in non-traditional work careers so that they can better themselves. Because living in Valdosta, these women that were in the shelters, I had a job at the time. They would have training like how to be a cashier. You don't need no fucking training for learning how to be a damn cashier. You put in the number, and then
You
you
press
hit
the little button,
you know, I don't forgot
the
what you do.
total come up, you tell the customer how
You
much
don't
it
need
costs.
no training for that. It's like, why are you getting the government money for this bullshit? It is bullshit, the things that they try to teach these women. And these women know that it's bullshit because a lot of time they might take it in hopes of maybe trying to, you know, better themselves, only to find out that the benefits that they were receiving are going to get cut because they're making money. And it's not even worth it. You get a job paying you $7, $8 an hour. That's not really benefiting your household. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Bills is high. Your bill's high. My bill's high. $8 an hour ain't shit for me. You know, come on, man.
Yep.
But it is my vision, you know, it's my vision that I want to encounter women to teach them non-traditional skilled work. Like I went to school to become a plumber. Um, there are positions where you can go to school to be carpentry, an electrician. We're talking about 23, you know, starting at 18 to $25 an hour. And if you're really good, you can do this for yourself. You can start your
Mhm.
own business. That's the kind of mindset we have to have going into 2021.
A mindset of action and networking, making sure you're connecting with the right people, getting the right things done. But that is definitely a good idea. They do have a lot of programs as such down here, but like you said, I'm I'm gonna be honest with you, Florida. Like that's why I had reverted to really sleeping in my car. It's not that I didn't have friends and stuff. I didn't want to put friends in my business. Don't come for my friends like that. I didn't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? I made everybody think it was okay. Blah blah blah. But when it came down to the shelters and stuff like that, it's no. I would rather just sleep in my car.
Yeah,
I can't. I was not. You know, I know my baby's straight. I'm good. I would rather, or either I rather sleep in the at the storage with myself. You know, in the storage shed, wherever I. You know, it was okay with me. It worked out. But then, like I said, COVID came around, so it messed me up real bad. So I tried to sanitize the business, and lo and behold, the little job that I had when COVID came, they was able to give us a couple, you know, a little stipend here and there. So that held me over until the stimulus check came. Then it was like boom, I was able to start getting a job again. So that's when things started looking back up, and it's like, okay, we're good.
yeah.
So the thing now I've been focusing on is just my health, being thankful, being grateful, making sure that who's ever eggplant I borrowed for 2020. You know, I appreciate the young lady
Thank
saying
you.
understanding. Yeah, I appreciate you, ma'am, because we all know sharing is caring. We learned that as little kids.
Hey,
But I would never.
we got a comment
Oh,
for Andre, and he says 3 weeks breaks and makes habits 21 days. Also, he says adults can't live on $8 per hour. So true. And Florida is hard place to get ahead. That is the most realest thing I heard. And let me tell you something. When I lived in Valdosta after I left the shelter, okay, I finally left the shelter after maybe 5, 6 months, and I was able to get a place. It was a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. It was public housing,
mm-hmm.
but like I paid my bills. You know what I'm saying? I paid my bills on time, and I was able to survive on, because the rent was that I rented, which was a 3 bedroom, 2 bath house. The rent for that house was like $550 a month. Yes, $550 a month.
Even without
And it's
assistance
like you can't get a shed for that here in
in Florida.
Florida. Florida is like ridiculous. It's like if you're working, your income is here, but everything else is up here. It don't when we gonna get it where it meet, you know what I'm saying? I'm working, and my
But
rent
you
or
notice,
mortgage I
but
can
this what
afford
you
to pay. Come
but this
on,
what
man.
you notice, Bree. This what you notice. Check this one out. Look at Georgia, where the property is cheap. You know, when things are like you said cheap, but how much are their jobs paying?
The closer you live to the metropolitan, you make more money. The
But
closer
how
you
much is
are
that
to Atlanta.
property?
Huh?
But then how much is that property in Atlanta? Isn't it more expensive than the outskirts of Georgia?
It is a little bit more expensive, but
Yeah, the
it's
ratio.
never it's never it's more expensive here. Let me tell you
Oh,
something.
okay.
When I decided to move back from Florida, when I moved back from Georgia, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay with my parents. I'm not gonna be here that long. I'm gonna get this little job. I lived with my parents for 9 years. 9 years. And it wasn't because I was like not proactively looking. It's because rent is high as hell here in Florida. It is high as hell. And the majority of the people that I encounter, everybody working. You know what I'm saying? Even little children working. What your child do? Oh, he throw newspapers, but he got to contribute. Or you'll see single people and they have a house, and it's like 8 of them in the house. Oh, they sleeping on the couch. Don't sit there. What? Oh, they rent that, baby. Trust that you gonna have to rent that. And I did not want to subject my children to being having random people sleep on my carpet or in the house, because you don't never know what's going on. So I
Mhm.
had to subject myself with, talking, being around people that thought I was a child, because I didn't make certain decisions that they thought I should make as an adult.
Yeah,
I decided that's not where I wanted to be with my children. I wanted to keep my children safe.
safe. Yeah.
I didn't want to be in that type of predicament, you know. So it's definitely a difference, a big difference.
I've never lived in Georgia, but I visited there once. I know it was just on some random ride there in the middle of the night, and came back the next we came back within like what went there and came back within like 12 hours based on where I was at the time. But it's just we always just hoping that for 2021 everybody rises above it all. If you in high class, get higher. If you in middle class, get high class. If you in low class, get middle class. If you in low class, you know, just everybody elevate. Keep moving, keep striving, keep getting it. And make sure whatever you do, you know, try not to step on somebody's neck just to get where you going. Please and thank you. You know, it
Yes.
ain't, just be a positive person. You know, if you want to do something, do nothing at all. You know. But thank you all for joining us tonight. We appreciate you for joining 4eNRGy.com.
Yes.
Another wonderful Cypher Sunday. As y'all can see, I am lit. So you already know, baby.
Tell them about Sundays or Wednesday show, please.
All right, and definitely check us out on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. We'll be live again on that topic. And Bree, if you have anything else to say,
Sundays or Wednesday show, please.
Our podcast is growing under the tutelage of Andre Johnson. Hey,
The government, huh?
hey. And if you have a vision or a goal in your life that you want to share with the world, you need to check out my boy Andre at what's the name of your Urban Country Films with an S, not a Z. You gotta check old boy out, man. He can help you get to that level. He can help you get to that level that you want in your life. But see, we in a pandemic. You got to make some decisions. Either you gonna shit on the pot or die. What's your choice? What you gonna do? You better live. Either you gonna live or you gonna exist. I don't want to exist because zombies exist. You know what I'm saying? How that sound? What you
I
think?
got you, girl.
Wow.
I'm gonna put that in my blunt and smoke it.
Hey,
Good
now,
night,
if I didn't
y'all.
tell you before, I love you, girl. I love
All
you.
right.
I love you. You are
I
so
love
beautiful.
Thanks,
Even with your
gang.
eyes like this big, you are so beautiful. I love you, girl. I didn't know. I can't see your pupils. That is amazing. When I grow up, I'm going to be like you.
I see everything though.